Hi, how are you guys? I'm okay. I'm just very tired. Um, this little monster that I call my daughter, ooh. Just this child, oh my God. She keeps me up. But I wanted to talk about a few things. One of the first things, because I'll start it off on a happy note because it's gonna end on a sad note. But one of the things I wanted to tell you guys about is that back in how long ago that was? It's been a few years. I think it was in '07. Nah, maybe '08ish, around there. Um, yeah, 2008, early 2008. Um, I was asked to take a couple of modeling pictures and stuff for a magazine, and I did. I took them, and yeah, so I took them back then, and now the same people that I took the pictures for actually came across some pictures that I have on my Instagram and asked me to participate in the natural hair, what's it called? It's a natural hair, some natural hair thing they got going on. They want me to do an interview and take a couple of pictures. And I was like, oh no, cause they gonna like do makeup and stuff, and it's like crazy for me. But I'm gonna see what happens. Gonna see what happens. And yeah, um, I did take them a long time ago. I cannot for the life of me find that magazine. Um, I think it's in one of my buckets. I tried to take it out for this video, but I did not feel like it. I cleaned up, and now I'm gonna just put Athena's bed and stuff together and try to. I might paint before I do that, so I don't even know, but it's a lot. But yeah, so now on to another reason why I'm making this video. So I shared this with you guys, not much. I don't really talk about it much because it's a sad thing to talk about. So I don't really talk about it much. But when I was 15 years old, I had a friend named Farrah. And Farrah was a really good friend of mine. We had our ups and downs like friends do, but Farrah always looked out for me. She didn't let people bother me. I got picked on a lot, and she didn't allow that. If she had it her way, she would just stand around and protect me the whole day. And you know, I loved her. Like I never told her that I loved her, but you know, that's a kind of love that you have with your friends. It's unspoken. But Farrah was a really good friend of mine, and whew, man, I remember when I was leaving for Georgia. I was going to be switching schools, and I didn't come to school that one day. And she was like, I can't believe that she really left. Like, when I came back, she was like, oh my God, you came back. I can't believe it. I thought you was leaving. And she gave me this hug, and we were just talking like nothing happened. And yeah, It was crazy, man. But the reason I'm talking about Farrah is because when I was 15, um, when I was 15, Farrah was murdered in cold blood, stabbed in her home when she was 15 years old. And the thing that bothers me the most about Farrah's death is that it's not solved. They did not find out who killed her. And another thing that bothers me about her murder is that I was on the phone with her minutes before, not even minutes, seconds before she got in the last fight of her life, you know, and was murdered. I was on the phone with her. Um, I heard her arguing. I heard her arguing with this person. I heard the person talk and say, open this door. And Farrah, she was known to fight. She would fight in the drop of a hat. She did not care. She was a fighter. Farrah was a fighter, okay? Um, you know, she was a fighter. She was a fighter. And I did not expect to hear that. And it's sad. It's I was crying about it yesterday. Um I was crying about it yesterday because when she was murdered, you know, she was being killed. I'm packing for my trip. I was going to Orlando on a school trip, and I was going to Orlando on a school trip, and my friend was being murdered, you know, like she was laying there dead, and I didn't even know. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know what had gone on, and I'm in Orlando having fun, laughing, taking pictures and stuff like that with my classmates. And then when I get back, one of my old friends, I'm not friends with her anymore, but she was like, "Did you hear what happened about Farrah?" I'm like, "No, what?" "She's dead." I'm like, "I just talked to her. That's not true. I just talked to her." I was freaking out. And I'm, you know, looking for information, trying to call the house. The house phone kept going to voicemail. I kept hearing Farrah. I used to just call that voicemail just to hear her voice on the voicemail. Um, yeah, man. Um, I'm friends with her sister Fallon, and it kind of makes me kind of feel like I'm still friends with Farrah because Farrah looks exactly like Fallon. Fallon is her bigger sister. Farrah was her baby sister. And she looks just like her older sister. So when I talk to Fallon, sometimes I kind of feel like I'm talking to Farrah. And you know, it's sad. It's so sad. And I told her sister, like, you know, Farrah used to look out for me. I got to look out for her, you know. After all this time, the police are finally going through records. It's been 12 years since Farrah was murdered. So now they're looking through phone records. Now they're seeing that I was talking to her when it happened. And they came. I called the tip line twice, and I told them, "Hey, I'm Farrah's friend. I was on the phone with her. Why didn't anyone contact me?" Because they're just now, 12 years later, looking at phone records. Like, I wish they would have came and talked to me when it was fresh on my mind. And, you know, It makes me feel sad because I feel like they should have caught this person. You know, they have DNA. I'll leave a link to her video because it's on YouTube right now. I will leave a link to her video so y'all can see who Farrah was, what kind of person she was, and stuff like that. But yeah, the police contacted me. They came by my house and left a note with my uncle for me to call them. And I was like, wow, like, are they getting close to finding out who it was? Like, you know, I called him back right away. Even though it was kind of late, I still called back right away because I'm like, I have to tell them because I want them to find out who did this to my friend. You know, her sister always says, thank you for the help. Thank you. I'm like, no, you know, you don't have to thank me because Farrah looked out for me. I have to look out for her. As much, Farrah used to be kind of mean to me too, but that was just Farrah's personality. You know, it was like, I knew she loved me, not love, but I knew she cared for me as a friend, you know, but her personality was kind of just, you know, boisterous, and it was just her personality. And, you know, it hurts me that they took her away in such a manner. You know, she did not deserve none of that happened to her. And I'm hoping that it's coming down to them finding out who did this to her, because I want to know who did it. I want to know who would do something so horrible to somebody like that and then not say anything else and not commit another crime, you know, because DNA was left at the scene of the crime. So it's like, I'm hoping they coming close, you know. I'm hoping they coming close. And right by my house, and I get the memories all the time because right by my house there is a billboard with Farrah's face over the billboard. Her face, if you have any information about the murder of 15-year-old Farrah Carter, right there by my house. So soon as I walk outside, I see Farrah's face. So it's like, damn. Damn, you know, that was my friend. I heard her moments before she was killed, you know, like, I was talking to her, and I so wish, I keep trying to replay that moment in my mind to try to remember if I'm hearing anything, like if anything that I heard could help the police find out who did this to her. And it's been so long, I can't remember everything, but I do remember her yelling and arguing with the person who killed her just minutes before she was killed. I remember hearing it, and the phone went dead. I tried calling back, and it was just going, you know, straight to the answering machine. And man. But as soon as, if anything was to happen, I will take off all the time I need to take off to go to her trial, because I will not miss a day. I will not miss a day if they find out who did this to her. I'm going to take off as much time as I have to take off to find out if justice will be served for Farrah, because it's fucked up how she was done. She did not deserve that at all. And I'm hoping that it's coming down to it. You know, I'm hoping and I'm praying that it is coming down to them finding out who murdered my friend. So anyway, that's it. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.